Hello farmers and welcome back to American Falls at the end of April. Rain is on the way. I did some fertilizing contracts today and I've been hemming and hawing on what I want to do next. Obviously I would like to get myself a tractor. I think the Landini is what we're looking at. But I was looking at what do I want to buy a plow. I was trying to figure out where to go for implements and what I really want to do. And I was looking at the contracts and I thought, you know what, let's just get right into the month of May and let the contracts come through and see what we got, then figure out. And plus, get another day, maybe something will come up for sale in the store that we could possibly buy that might be a little bit more horsepower than the Landini. I have tested the Landini on another map, and it will pull the plow, no problem whatsoever. I tried a couple of other implements just to let myself know if I change my mind of what I want to do here in the first month of year number 2. So let's just go ahead and go to bed. Rain is on the way. And we're going to go over a few more things here once I wake up in the morning. Nothing, the root crop harvester is the only thing for sale in the store currently. So we'll see what the store has to offer this morning. And I'm only trying to buy used because money is low. That's the only reason why. Well, the sun is out and we stand on top of our Voltra. Well, the root crop harvester is still there, but now we got a slurry spreader. And, you know, that wouldn't be too bad if I was going to be doing weeds. But I don't think that does see and spot spraying. Because we are going to be doing precision farming on here. But that doesn't have it. So not interested in that at all. What do we got for contracts? More fertilizing contracts. Yes, please. I'll take that one for a whole bunch of cash. I'll take that one for a whole bunch of cash. Foraging, harvesting, sowing, and a whole bunch of weeding. I mean, they're not paying that. Oh, okay, they're disappearing as I click on them. They're disappearing. So I've kind of figured out the small issue I think I'm having with the harvesting contracts still here. That was probably because I fast forwarded from the month of August to the month of, I think it was November we were in. I didn't fast forward the clock. I fast forward through the dev command. And I think I skipped over, of course, I skipped over the harvest season. And I think at the end of harvest season, the coding would change it over to withered. And since I skipped over that, I think that's why those fields still have that crop in it and waiting for it to be harvested. I figured out that problem. As for the deer, someone did tell me they got deer in their map. I still haven't seen deer in my map. So what I did was I started a brand new save. No mods, no nothing went on it. I still haven't seen no deer. So I'm not sure if it's just me. I mean, like I said, a brand new save on American Falls. No mods. I walked around for like 5 minutes. Didn't see one deer whatsoever. Well, all right. So we got some fertilizing contracts. That is great. But the weeding contracts, you know, are not too bad. What else we got for weeders here? I mean, maybe I should just buy my Landini now, but I really don't need it. I really don't want to just keep doing fertilizing contracts. I wish other contracts would come up. We do have, we got those. The harvesting contracts are slowly disappearing. I guess we could do a cultivating contract as well. I would have to borrow the items, and I'd only get paid basically $3,000 for doing field number 50. Where is field number 50, and how big is it? There's 46, 48. I gotta be right around 50 somewhere, don't I? You would think so. You would think so. Where is field number 50? Oh, there's 49. It's like the numbers are around here randomly. So I'm not sure where field number 50 is currently. I'm going to keep on looking. Well, I found field number 50. So I borrowed the equipment and we're going to go ahead and do that contract. I mean, I'll still get paid $3,000 for doing it. It's probably going to take me longer than I would like. But you know what? We got to mix up the jobs a little bit. I mean, the foraging contracts I would like to do. They get paid rather well, but they do take a while also. I was hoping for some plowing contracts to come along, but yeah, so far that's a no-go. Let's go ahead and put that down. And we are off. So field number 50 is not anywhere near field number 48 or 49, as one would think. It is over here. So how big is this field? It didn't look that big on the PDA, but I should have probably looked. I thought this cultivator was a little bit bigger than it is, but we'll get the job done. And then we'll get some fertilizing contracts done, which we're going to pay rather nicely. That's why I like the fertilizing contracts, as I said many times over. You see how much they pay. Yes, we got to, buy the fertilizer, put it on the field ourselves. But the amount of money you make in the short amount of time compared to cultivating a field like this for $3,000, I mean, it's going to take me like 15, 20 minutes to do this field probably. Those fertilizing contracts probably take me 10 minutes to do both fields. And that'll be all. So, I mean, I do got the money to buy the Landini. As I mentioned earlier, I tested the Landini out, and it'll pull the Lizard 9-meter wide plow, no problem. Along with a couple of seed drills I was testing out. So, unless a tractor comes up for sale before I go ahead and purchase it, that's what we'll be getting. Unless a bigger tractor comes up for sale for about the same price, then we'll do so. But Landini will probably be the next tractor in the fleet. And once we get the Landini, or the next tractor, and the next implement, probably the plow, then we'll save up and we'll buy the farmyard next. Because, yeah, I know, I am staying at a mobile home, and they don't want a whole bunch of farm tractors hanging around in the driveway. They're going to want that off the property. Because I don't own that property where I'm staying with a mobile home. I don't own that. So, yeah, the landlord does not want much farming equipment on there. I already got the Voltra, the fertilizer spreader, and about 4 pallets of seed sitting there. So the main thing about getting ourselves, you know, a decent-sized tractor is start doing some contracts, and I could hire Frank and company to go out there and maybe do a couple for us. And yeah, we want to build up some money, and you know, by the end of this year, we should have the farmyard and maybe 1, possibly 2 pieces of farm fields that we can, you know, have some fun with. And I still don't know what direction I'm going to go in American Falls. I saw a couple mods that look kind of interesting that came out recently, and then one of them I was like, oh, I should go that route. And then I started seeing it was like a lot of production stuff, and I don't mind production. Obviously, if you've been watching the videos on my channel for a while, I've done production buildings before, but I'm kind of getting away from it being too much into production, because it can get to be a job within itself to take care of the production buildings. And I don't mind doing a couple production buildings as long as it's kind of quick work to you know, deal with. I mean, like buying a grain mill to make flour, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Just take your grain that you harvest, make some flour, and then sell it. But there's a production building, I start looking, I'm like, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. I'm like, okay, no, that's getting to be too much. It's not just you need one item, you need like 4 or 5 different items. I'm thinking, though, we might actually do a pig farm on here. Not extreme pig farm. But, you know, if I'm doing chickens, as most of us know, on Oceanside Forest. We did cows on Hinterland. We tried horses on Solyndra. Sheep I've done pretty much everywhere, because sheep are so easy to take care of for the main part. But pigs, we really haven't tried pig. Well, we did a little bit. On East Vineland, we tried pigs for a little while. We were trying out the meat market, and that did not work out too well for us. So yeah, maybe we'll just have some pigs around here, and we'll just grow pigs and sell them, not really do anything else with them. You know, they're probably not going to be really worth it. I think that's why many people don't actually get involved with the pigs. You might make a little bit of money off of it, but for the amount you got to put in to feed the pigs and get them, you know, very, very happy, probably not worth it to have pigs around. But you know, we're just really starting out here on American Falls. I don't even have a farmyard yet, so things can change. Yeah, so $3,000 to cultivate this field, and then we're going to quickly fertilize 2 fields for about $33,000. Yeah, that's why I like fertilizing contracts. Of course, this job wouldn't be that bad as well if I had my own equipment, because say I had a cultivator twice the size of this, it'd probably make it a lot more profitable. But you know, American Falls community, we are trying to rebuild once what they had at one point. The previous farmer took everything from them, so we're rebuilding the community. That's all we're really doing.
to my place. If it's only for tonight, let's make it count. I love it, how your touch feels. I love it, how you look at me in my place. No, I don't wanna.
Well, it says the contract is 60% done on field number 50 here. I kindly disagree with that, but whatever. Yeah, I'm trying a little in-cab stuff here. Meanwhile, Frank is up in field number 39, and he's fertilizing that field. I'm sitting here cultivating this, thinking, okay, we got 2 fields to fertilize after this, and I said, geez, we've been doing a lot of that. Why not get Frank working over there like we used to? So Frank is fertilizing those fields. He'll be done in field 47, I think he's in. 39 is the next one he's got to go into. He'll get that done so fast. He'll get both of them done so fast. Yeah, he'll be done before I am. That's for darn sure. But at least the money will be coming on in. And maybe that'll open up some more contracts for us to do. Because I can only take 3 contracts at a time. I don't have any mods activated that allow me to take more currently. So there's another fertilizing contract waiting to be done. And I would like to be able to accept that to, of course, make some more cash. Really bring in the money. Because I would like to get the farmyard relatively soon. Definitely by June, July, I want the farmyard. The question is, though, what farmyard do I want to go for? Do I go for the one that's kind of across the street from the mobile home like originally planned? Or if we're going to be doing pigs here, I probably should buy the farmyard with the pigsty in it, which I'm not really sure I know where that is. Something else I should mention in case you do hear it. Lancey Boy is currently working on some minor bugs to the American Falls map. There will be an update. There's no timetable, but everyone relax. There will not be a new save required for the update. At least that's the way it's saying right now. So, yeah, since the release about 5 days ago, people on his Facebook page have mentioned just some minor things that he's currently aware of or we're not aware of, and he's fixing them. I mean, we're talking like small minor things like fence posts kind of overlapping somewhere. Small things like that. But nothing too serious where it's going to require a new save game. It's amazing how much quieter it is inside the tractor than outside the tractor. Yeah, Frank is hustling on that field. But then again, he's got a spreader we're working with of 42 meters, and I got a 3 meter wide cultivator. It looks like I'm kind of guessing where I should be. I might be overlapping behind me. I'm not too sure. Are we? No, I'm pretty much right on course. That's not too bad, considering I hardly ever do anything from in-cab in the field. All right, we are 70% done, which I'm not sure about that, but, you know, when it's completed, it's completed. All right, I kind of missed a little bit there. I may have to go around and get some minor pieces later on. But we'll get the contract all done. Frank will be all done long before I am. So, you know, with his $30,000 that he's going to earn and our $3,000 we'll earn, we're going to be over $250,000 in the bank account, approaching $260,000. And I may even get him going on that 3rd fertilizing contract once he gets done with the other 2. Well, I'm not quite sure I know what Frank is doing over there. I mean, he's still working, but right now he's only 92% done. I thought we'd have been done by now. He still will finish before I am, but then again, I'm almost finished as well. So we'll probably go and fertilize the 2nd field. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing just to get him down there for the few minutes. Hey, he's done over there. Perfect. Well, at least the contract is finished. We'll let him finish the job completely. And by doing contracts in these fields, they'll just flip over and more contracts should appear. Now, if someone is thinking, if I'm going to buy the Landini, why don't I just buy the Landini and also buy a cultivator, and I can do cultivating jobs with my own equipment? Because on our farm, we're not going to need a cultivator because I always go with a direct drill And with a direct drill, we don't need a cultivator for anything. So I'll be buying a piece of equipment I won't need on the farm. We'll need a plow, especially if we're going with pigs, because pigs are going to require sugar beet at some point. I'll probably just go ahead and do like a small sugar beet field. I won't go... Boy, it's been so long since I looked at it. Is sugar beet technology, sugar cane. Is there a small sugar beet harvester? Cotton, grape, stone, potato, beet. So something like this I'll have to go with. The harvester digs the sugar beets out of the ground. Note that toppings is needed prior. So I have to get these two right here. But that would be crop destruction too, wouldn't it? I have not used equipment like this in a long time. I think I would destroy the crops using that. I'm not too sure. But that's down the line. And maybe I won't even need sugar beet for the pigs. I mean, if it's only like 5%, it used to be 5% of their feed was sugar beet. So I don't know. Oh, we finished. We finished as well. Well, you know, if the farmer's happy, I'm happy. And that actually took me about 20 minutes. I thought 10 to 15 maybe. But yeah, it took me that long to get that done. Let's go in here and we'll collect on that contract. And I'm not going to look for other cultivating contracts, but that cultivator is kind of on the small side. So let's go ahead and we'll collect on that. We will collect on that. And look at all the other fertilizing contracts that are coming up. A lot of fertilizing contracts are coming up. Let's go grab our Voltra. And we'll head on down to field number 39, I think it said. I think we just fertilized that field, honestly. But I can't remember if that was on the old save or this new save. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of ravens. Last episode was the first episode on the new updated map. I wasn't seeing any ravens, but now I'm seeing... Well, I saw a couple. Not as many as I used to. But now I'm seeing a lot of ravens. But I still have not seen a deer anywhere. And like I said, when someone else said, "No, they see deer," I'm like, okay. Let me go see if I mess up something when converting the vehicles over, which it shouldn't. So I started a new save, American Falls, no mods, logged in. I didn't see a deer one. Well, I'll keep my eye out. It's not that big of a deal to me. If I don't have any deer on the map, that's okay. Takes a little bit away from the game, but not much. Honestly, it's one of those things that you get kind of used to when you see deer. And, you know, when they came out in FS22, we're like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. And then you get used to them, but you don't realize how often you notice the deer until they're not there anymore, and you're like, where are the deer at? I don't know. But let me go find field number 39. We'll fertilize that one. And then we'll see what else contracts we got and have a look around. Then we'll double check on the store as well. And we just got to keep on farming. Well, there's one headland done around the first part of field number 39. This is the one that's kind of separated. Got that little other section over there to do. But this is what's really nice about the precision farming. And I don't know why this is not really like part of the base game itself as well. As you see in the bottom left-hand corner, I got the mini-map up, and I can see where I have been and where I am currently covering for fertilizer. So in fields like this, I don't need to be doing like a top-down view, which that top-down view is not really helping me out too much there. It's hard to see the difference in this. Is this sugarcane? It is sugarcane. Oh yeah, and speaking of sugarcane, I think someone said they wanted to see a sugarcane harvest, which we have not done since No Man's Land. Almost about a year, getting pretty close to 2 years ago now, right? And I think we did one sugarcane harvest with the base game harvester. And then we used a modded sugarcane harvester, which was a lot better. So we'll try to get a sugarcane harvest in. I don't want it to be a big field, especially with a big equipment. Or with the base game equipment, I should say. Because it would just take forever to do. Which is fine, as long as we get paid a really good amount. But I don't want the whole episode also to be just me sugarcane harvesting, because that's what it'll get down to, I think. So I was kind of actually thinking with April and May coming around, there would be a lot more seeding contracts to do. But as I've noticed on this map, the wheat and barley is only plantable in the fall. And then I checked the status of most fields, and because of the crop situation I'm having with the first season, I skipped a couple of months as I did, and crops are in most of the fields. There's no fields to really plant, so I was thinking about getting ourselves that Landini and getting ourselves a drill. I don't think I could afford the drill, but I think I could at least one for sure. Let me re-widen this back up here to make sure we get good coverage. But in a couple months' time here, we'll be pretty good off, I think. We'll have a couple of tractors, and we'll have a farmyard, and we'll slowly start... I mean, we'll still have to keep on doing contracts, but once we get most of our farmland, then we'll probably slowly step away from the contracts. Kind of the same thing as we did on East Vineland, where at the beginning we had to do a lot of contracts. And we had to do a lot of contracts in that map because the land prices on East Vineland were expensive compared to other maps that we've been on. Alright, and I'm not going to get fooled again. I've been fooled twice on this field. Not today. Wasn't it last episode that we fertilized this field? Felt like it. I think this might be the third time I fertilized it. But then again, this is a new save, so maybe it's the first time on this save I fertilized it. Don't remember. 97% done. Should have no problem finding 3% more of the field to get fertilized. I may even finish it. But, yeah, okay, there we go. I was going to say by the time I got to the end, and we did, so I don't need to do the rest. And since fertilizer costs money, and that is our fertilizer, we're going to call that good on that contract. Let's go ahead and collect on it, shall we? Yeah, $16,393. I don't want to say pure profit because, yeah, we do pay for the fertilizer. I'm going to hold off on, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and... wait, weeding, harvesting, foraging. I'm going to accept the higher paid ones. I'll probably end up doing all of them between episodes because it's not going to take me too long to do those fertilizing contracts. It's not like I'm cutting down 4,000 trees or anything, so... but I will drive back to the store and top it off with fertilizer because that we probably will need. But, yeah, we're up to $261,823, but I'm probably going to spend, I don't know, like 12 grand filling this up with fertilizer, maybe more than that. But after we fill this up, let's go ahead and we're going to look at two properties. We're going to look at the one, I'm debating with myself, I think I got to stick to the original farmyard I was thinking about because that has a silo on it. I think when I saw the review from Mr. Sealy P on this map, I think that's the only silo on the map. I mean, yeah, we can put down our own. But I got to see where the pigsty is and what farmyard that's in, and see what comes with it on that farm. I mean, maybe a field comes with it. If a field comes with it, maybe I'll start with that one. But not. We can put down a silo ourselves, I guess, if we got room. Still got to be careful, by the way, of these railroad crossings. Apparently, the train can still come on through before the barricades go down. And yes, our shop was kind enough to put this thing on down so we can buy in bulk. So we can just top this off. How much is it going to cost me? I was thinking 10 grand. Well, almost 11. But that's fine. We're making money on those fertilizing contracts. All right, so where is the pigsty? Do they mark them? It's been a long time since I went looking for these things. I think the cow barn is over here, right? Where are we at? Does anyone know? Oh, I'm right at it. The cow barn should be right here. Let me turn on the interactive zone markers so I can see. Interactive zone markers on. Oh, there's a water tank. Where do we purchase? This should be for the cows. Is that for the sheep over here? Can we buy the animals at the husbandries? Or I can't see them because I don't own them yet. Alright, so I assume this is the cow barn. At least that's what it looks like. Yes, because that's the milking machine over here. I think that's the milking machine there. Yeah, so this should be the cow barn. I think this is the sheep pen over here, which makes sense. Let me see if I can find where the pig pen is, because I don't have a clue currently. Well, I think I found the pigsty, and it looks to be pretty darn big. I do believe that's what this is. It's got a good amount of sheds over here, which is nice. Now, there is a silo over here, but these are fermenting silos, and I don't know what they ferment. So if I come over here, buy building small fermenting silos. So if I come into here, give it a second for the construction to pop on up. Silos, are they in here? Alright, so that looks like it makes TMR. So are there silos here to make mixings for the pigs? Or is it all just to make TMR? Well, I do believe it's a TMR mixer is what it is, but I don't need that for the pigs. Unless the pigs on this map take TMR. I may have to test that on out, but if anyone does know, let me know in the comments below. Let's go ahead and check on the map itself. We are... Where are we? We are up here. Let's go to farmland. And that costs $164,000, but we do get the pigsty, but we don't get any land with it. We own this little piece that's here. But that is free, so that doesn't really matter too much at all. But we could start over here, but yeah, I'll have to think about it. Have to think about it. If we're going to go, because there is no silo for grain, so, but I mean, if I can feed the pigs from this fermenting silo, then that'd be something I could look into, but that'd be kind of weird. But then again, you know, sometimes there are weird things that happen. Who knows? But anyways, I think that's what we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in American Falls. But until then, have a good one.